Matt Shea, he is a Republican state representative from the Spokane Valley, not the city of Spokane. He's also known for wanting to secede from Washington state and have Eastern Washington create its own state of liberty. He is the subject of a new report out amongst the House, and it is going to recommend some things about him and his actions. Austin is here to tell us a little bit about it more. And Austin, the report, as we film this, has not yet been made public. So we're not going to talk about what's in the report, but more about how it came to be. So Austin, how did this report came to be?
So this was a formal investigation that was launched by the State House of Representatives. The Chief Clerk's Office signed a contract back in July with an investigation firm that's led by a former FBI agent. This firm was asked to investigate Representative Matt Shea. This came about because last spring there was a series of media reports in The Guardian and other news organizations reporting that Representative Shea had used a private messaging app to discuss spying on political opponents. Now, at the time, Shea called the article that was in The Guardian an extremely misleading hit piece, but it prompted an outcry. There was a letter that all of the House Democrats wrote and signed and sent to the House Republicans that said that Shea's involvement in, quote, extreme activities was eroding the state's ideals of fairness and equality. And it was then that the House leadership decided to investigate and to look into his connections to far-right groups.
Remind us, what could come about because of this report?
And the investigators were tasked with determining whether Representative Shea has engaged in, planned, or promoted political violence. These investigators were also asked to try to gauge his connection to, his involvement with groups that perhaps are promoting political violence. And then they were also asked to try to determine if groups that he is associated with in some way or another pose an actual threat. So we're waiting to see, what the findings are in this several months long investigation. Now, if there are findings that the House thinks are actionable, I think there's sort of three options that could happen. One is that House Republicans could sanction Shea. There could be restrictions that would be placed on him by his own caucus. It's conceivable the House would vote to censure him. And then sort of at the most extreme end of things, there could be a vote to expel him from the chamber, but that would require a 2/3 vote of the chamber, a hard-to-get vote. And again, it's just way too early to say whether that would even be on the table because we don't know what these investigators found. For that matter, this report could exonerate Representative Shea. We just don't know. And he hasn't been saying much.
You can read more of Austin's reporting on these and other topics at nwpb.org. Thank you for joining us here in the unique Northwest.